The old village huddled close, shrouded in perpetual twilight. Fear, thick and cloying, choked the narrow alleyways. It whispered on the wind, a chilling prophecy of the horrors to come. For in this forgotten corner of the world, nightmares were not confined to the realm of sleep. They bled into reality, twisting the familiar into grotesque parodies, disturbed sleep, vivid, unsettling dreams, whispers on the edge of awareness, gone before they could be grasped. Shadows danced with monstrous life, and the familiar became alien, hostile. The villagers, once a hardy folk, grew gaunt, their eyes haunted by a terror they could barely articulate. For in the heart of their dreams something watched, something ancient and hungry, and it was drawing closer. The origin of the curse was lost to time, shrouded in whispers and shadowed folklore. Some spoke of a vengeful spirit, a being of immense power, twisted by betrayal and consumed by hatred. Others claimed it was a tear in the fabric of reality, a doorway to a realm of eternal darkness where nightmares were born. This realm, they called it the Shadowfell, a place of chilling cold and suffocating silence. It was said that the Shadowfell hungered for the world of light, its tendrils reaching out to ensnare the unwary. The curse, they believed, was its touch, a creeping infection that poisoned the soul. Then the nightmares would come, vivid and terrifying, bleeding into waking life until the line between dream and reality blurred. Those who succumbed to the curse were forever changed. Legends spoke of a mark, a brand that signified the curse's hold. It appeared in the dead of night, a swirling, intricate pattern etched upon the skin, cold as ice and black as pitch. Those who bore the mark were doomed, their fate sealed. They would walk the nightmare path, their sanity slowly unraveling until nothing remained but empty husks. The mark pulsed with an unnatural light, a beacon that drew the nightmares closer. It whispered to them, beckoned them forth from the darkest recesses of the mind. And the nightmares answered, eager to feast upon the terror of their victims. Few dared to believe in ancient rituals and forgotten lore that could break the curse's hold. The curse tightened its grip, and the village descended further into a nightmare realm. Days bled into nights, each indistinguishable from the last. The sun, if it still rose, remained hidden behind a perpetual veil of storm clouds. The air grew heavy, thick with the stench of fear and decay. The once familiar streets and houses now loomed menacingly, twisted into grotesque shapes by the encroaching darkness. The villagers, their faces pale and drawn, moved like specters through the fog-choked streets. Their eyes darted nervously, their hands twitching, their minds constantly on edge, listening for the whisper of approaching nightmares. The laughter of children, once a common sound, had long since been silenced, replaced by a chilling quietude broken only by the mournful howl of the wind. Animals, too, felt the oppressive presence of the curse. Birds no longer sang, their cheerful melodies replaced by an unsettling quiet. The very fabric of reality seemed to fray at the edges, as if the world itself were succumbing to the encroaching nightmare. Sleep, once a refuge from the day's toil, became a torturous ordeal. The villagers lay awake in their beds, eyes wide and staring into the darkness, listening to the creak of the floorboards and the rustling of leaves outside their windows. Their minds conjured up images more terrifying than any nightmare. The boundaries between the waking world and the realm of dreams blurred and shifted. Hallucinations plagued them, their senses overwhelmed by phantom sights, sounds, and smells. They saw shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their eyes, felt unseen hands brush against their skin, and heard whispers pronounce their names from the depths of the darkness. Sleep, when it finally came, offered no respite. For in the realm of dreams, the curse held sway, its power amplified, its grip inescapable. The curse tightened its hold on the village, its tendrils reaching into every aspect of their lives. The once vibrant community, bound by shared traditions and mutual support, fractured under the strain. Suspicion and paranoia ran rampant, fueled by the constant fear and the insidious whispers of the curse. Friends and neighbors turned on each other, their bonds of trust shattered by the relentless onslaught of terror. They saw enemies in every shadow, heard conspiracies in every whispered conversation. The village elder, his face etched with worry and despair, tried to maintain order, but his words fell on deaf ears. The curse had burrowed too deep, poisoned their minds, and twisted their perceptions. The village, once a place of life and laughter, became a ghost town, a chilling testament to the power of the nightmare realm. Amidst the pervasive despair, a flicker of hope emerged from a forgotten legend. An old woman, her mind still clinging to the memories of a time before the curse, spoke of a hidden grove deep within the heart of the forest. There, she claimed, resided a hermit, a woman known only as the Weaver, who possessed ancient knowledge, a power that could potentially break the curse. The journey was fraught with peril. The forest, once a source of sustenance and solace for the villagers, had become a twisted reflection of their nightmares. But driven by desperation, a small group of villagers decided to take the risk. They ventured into the heart of the forest, clinging to the hope that the old woman's words held truth. After what felt like an eternity, they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an ethereal light. As they approached cautiously, the door creaked open, revealing a figure shrouded in shadow. The figure in the doorway stepped forward, revealing an aged woman with eyes that shone with an otherworldly light. Her face, though lined with age, held a serenity that seemed at odds with the surrounding darkness. This was the Weaver, the keeper of ancient knowledge, the last hope for the cursed village. She listened patiently as they recounted their tale of woe, her expression a mixture of sadness and understanding. The curse, she explained, was indeed powerful, its roots sunk deep into the fabric of their world. But it was not insurmountable. There was a way to break its hold, she said, but it came at a price. A sacrifice was required, a blood price to appease the entity that held the village in its thrall. With heavy hearts, they agreed to the ritual, their desperation outweighing their fear. The ritual was long and arduous, filled with chanting, sacrifice, and the summoning of ancient powers. The air crackled with energy, the ground trembled beneath their feet, and the very fabric of reality seemed to twist and contort around them. The villagers, their faces pale with terror and determination, performed their roles with a precision born of desperation. Finally, as the first rays of dawn pierced through the canopy above, the ritual reached its climax. A blinding flash of light erupted from the center of their circle, throwing them back and momentarily blinding them. When they could see again, the clearing was empty. The weaver was gone, the hut vanished without a trace, and the oppressive presence of the curse had lifted. The village slowly began to heal, but the memory of the curse lingered, a chilling reminder of the fragility of their reality, the ever-present potential for darkness to seep into their world.